Okay, so welcome to The Force Always. My name is Diz, aka David Zammit, or the other way around, whatever you like to say. This is going to be a review, actually in my car right now, coming straight out of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. I think that's the actual title. Look, I'm going to give you straight off the bat. This film is 5 out of 10. It's not a bad film. It's not a good film. The best way to describe this is that it is a really ordinary effects extraordinaire. The amount of reliance in a fantasy effects film was just way too much. It was the most uninteresting sort of fight against evil as these films are that I can think to come across. It was just really it was boring. I love the actor, the main actor for the Ant-Man. I don't know his name. I can't remember his name. He's good. He acted well. Was fine. All the other actors, Michael Douglas, that's a name I can remember, was all good. But I actually thought the person who played the daughter of Ant-Man, she was very good, but I just don't think it was the right role for her. It's a bit hard to describe. Her facial expression really didn't suit the character, in my opinion. This is just being really harsh. That's the only thing I could pick up on the acting. It was pretty straightforward. It's just a real, no passion, just lifeless fight against evil I can think of. I could almost compare this amount of effects and amount of storytelling and almost embarrassment to Green Lantern. It's that intense. Again, it's not a bad film. It's still a fun film to watch. Maybe not on the big screen. I don't think you need to see these effects in a big sort of way. There is scope to it, but you don't need that scope. Having the visuals condensed into a smaller sized TV or whatever you're going to monitor could be more justice to watching this film. I just thought it was just lifeless. Not a bad film, not a great film, just ordinary and just an effects extraordinaire with nothing much to it. So I'm going to give this, as I said at the start of the show, 5 out of 10. It's from a Star Wars fan, that's me, not the Star Wars fan, just a Star Wars fan. It's a little bit contradictory for a Star Wars fan to sort of say about over effects when Star Wars has a lot of effects, but I think there's a way of telling a story without having the effects so predominant. It needs to be seamless. It needs to come off real, and in this case it was just overdone. Not to give away much about this, but I suppose a bit of a spoiler. I'd say 95% of this film is in a complete visual effects sort of look, besides the start and besides the end. The after credit scenes, there's two, one right at the end and one right after the credits. Without giving anything away with those, I really didn't it didn't interest me for starters, and it just looked as bad as the film. And I'm not a Marvel addict, so I'm not unsure what it all meant and what it just seemed to be. This is a lifeless film. See it if you want a sort of bit of visual entertainment, but this is just an entry that is a 5 out of 10. Anyway, until next time, my friends, keep rocking.